What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. So today, I'm gonna show you some new things about FIFA 21 career mode you might not know about yet. I'm gonna talk about the things that weren't really mentioned in the trailer, but if you go onto EA's websites, they talk more about that, and they also had a Q&A on Twitter last night, so I'm gonna go through that right now, and yeah, just show you guys things you might have missed, and if you already know it, I'm gonna go through it in even more detail. First of all, where is the news about FIFA 21 player career mode? There has been no mention of that yet, and EA hasn't even mentioned it, talked about it whatsoever. And once again, EA have indeed ignored this game mode, which has so much potential. I still play it, you know, a couple months every single year, but it gets boring eventually because there hasn't been anything new added in many years right now. And once again, this year as well, EA have completely ignored it. One thing they have said, the new simulation feature, which is gonna work on normal career mode, is not gonna work on player career mode. So I don't think they've actually updated anything, which is a shame because this is such a great game mode with so much potential. But once again, it's a sad year. They have literally not done anything to the player career mode, which a lot of people requested. Over to manager career mode then, and something that you might have not noticed is that you can actually upgrade skill moves and weak foot now in career mode, which is amazing. There's a brand new growth system which they talked about quite a lot, but yeah, it said more about on their website that you can actually upgrade skill moves on players. You can turn 3-star skillers into 4 or 5-star skillers. You can turn like a 2-star skiller to a 4-star or something after a lot of trading, of course, which is really cool, and there's of course endless possibilities. You can also upgrade weak foots of players. If you have someone with a really bad weak foot, maybe 2 stars or something, you can work to improve that. You can also change the work rates of players, which is amazing. So if someone is you know, lazy going forward, you can improve that, train that, and get that even higher to like a high attacking work rate or something. So there's so much right there. Of course, you can also improve the players in different positions so they can adapt, for example, like a right wing if you're a right back. So there's a lot of customization like that with a new growth system, which I like a lot. But one of my favorite things, you can actually upgrade players' skill moves and weak foot in the game. I think that is a really nice feature. Something I mentioned in my career mode videos the past couple months is that we need to see the loan to buy option back into the game. A lot of people have been requesting it, and EA have said yes, it is now going to be coming back to FIFA 21. And just to quickly explain what that is, if you loan somebody, you can also insert a fee in that contract if the other clubs agree with you as well. And if that player that you've loaned has been really good for you and you want to buy him, then you can just pay that fee in that contract, and you have the option to also buy him after that loan, which is amazing. So this is a great new addition to the game. It's obviously been in career mode before, but now it returns for FIFA 21, which is a very nice and realistic addition. You can also now decide more about the financial takeover if that's something that you want to do. So within the setup of the new career mode, you can now set the amount of cash you want your club to receive as part of financial takeover. Whether you want to give your club a whopping 500 million or start with next to nothing, you can customize your experience how you want to. So we already know that the financial takeover on FIFA 20 was like 70 million or something. I think it was sort of depending on which club you had, but I think it was like between 70 or 100 million. So now in FIFA 21, you can literally, if you want, decide to get like the richest owners in the world, like 500 million takeover. Imagine that. Imagine just taking over like a mid-table club, get 500 million and just to spend on transfers. That is really funny, and also pretty realistic, because sometimes that can happen in real life. That is a possibility of happening. Or if you want, you can go a bit lower, maybe like 50 million, 150 or something. So this is really great, very nice new addition, and actually one of my favorite new things for FIFA 21 career modes. This is some big news right here. Of course, the new training drills have been improved and updated a bit, and basically right now, if you get an A+ rating in one of the drills, if you want to simulate that drill for the rest of your career, you're always going to get A+ in that drill. So it's not going to be randomized anymore. You might sometimes get like an F, sometimes get like a B rating. If you just simply play through a drill right now and save it, every single time you simulate it after that, you're going to get A's every single time, and obviously that's going to speed up the process a lot. So some people have been saying this is quite broken, this is gonna make you get the players up really fast, but that is how it is. Let me know what you guys think about this feature. To be honest, I like it. Even though we might see some really low rated players get upgraded really fast right now, we're not going to be seeing seeing world-class strikers getting like a E or something in rating after like a shooting drill, which is just not realistic at all. So let me know what you guys think about this edition, but all in all, I'm actually a pretty big fan of it. There's also been some new changes to the scouting system. They have now added more countries where you can send your youth scouts to, for example Wales, Ukraine, Serbia, Albania, the Baltics and more. So there's a lot more countries that you can explore, and there's also been more names added for youth players. So it's increased over 5,000 first names and 8,000 last names. So there's going to be a lot more creative names, not just the same players all the time have the similar last names and stuff. So yeah, a lot more names and a lot more countries for the youth scouting system. You can now decide how strict you want the negotiations to go down. You can either have it on loose and be able to sign literally any single player. Doesn't matter which team they play for, if it's a rival club or anything like that. But if you set it too strict, it's going to be more difficult getting those kinds of players. Strict negotiations means that clubs won't be interested in taking offers from a rival club. Players won't be interested to move to a lower ranked league or club that they might have a grudge against. Players with one club player traits won't be interested in joining another club, like Messi for example. You won't be able to approach players that signed to a club for less than a year. So there's many more ways now with the negotiations. If you want to, of course, you can decide if you want to have it loose or strict. I'm probably gonna have it somewhere in the middle. So now it's gonna be more difficult to get those middle ranked teams up to the Champions League or something very fast, unless of course you want to play a very unrealistic career mode. They have also said that league tables are gonna be more realistic now, and players can also go for even further in their career before retiring. So some players can actually push to be even 40 years old now before retiring in the game. They've also said that they have indeed fixed the issues where sometimes when a player turns like 30 years old, they just keep dropping down in rating. That seems to be a bit adjusted as well. So that is a few very important fixes right there that I really hope are true. We cannot really say too much about this because they've said similar things on this before and it's turned out to be just very wrong. So we'll have to wait and see until the game is out. But this does indeed sound very promising. Most of you guys probably know that in FIFA Ultimate Team right now on FIFA 21, you can actually upgrade your stadiums as more that you progress into the game, which is an amazing addition to that game mode. And to be honest, it's a bit weird why we do not have this in FIFA 21 career mode for at least the teams that doesn't really have a proper stadium, the real stadium in the game. They can start with like a smaller one, and then maybe if they get like a championship or something, they can upgrade their stadium, or you know, they can just pay money to get an extended stadium. So this is a bit weird why it's not really added to career mode as well. I've seen quite a few people mention this, and to be honest, it's a very great point because yeah, this would be probably most useful for career mode, to be honest, and more suitable for that. But maybe we're gonna see something like this for next year, FIFA 22 or something like that. But for now, this is a very nice addition to Ultimate Team, but for some reason not in career modes. A brand new feature in FIFA 21 career mode is something called Sharpness. So basically, if a player has high sharpness after playing him a lot and, you know, making sure to rest him and things like that, he's gonna obviously get an even better rating. But if you do not really take care of your player whatsoever, his stats are gonna drop down a lot in the games, which you can see right here with Mbappe. He's dropped down by many stats right here: less pace, less shooting. He's not gonna be sharp for the match. So basically, you have to take care of your players in FIFA 21 career mode, or else not going to be forming in the matches and you're going to get very badly punished. If you receive an offer in FIFA 21 career mode, you can now ask that club for a player as a swap deal. So let's say you get like a 50 million offer from Man City or something like that. You can now ask them for maybe like Roger or something. Instead of the money, you can try to get like a swap deal with the club, and the AI can also counter that by proposing another player of theirs. So there's a lot of new ways to transfer for now, make deals, swap deals, loan to buy. To be honest, it is very great, and this is also a pretty interesting, nice addition. That's all I wanted to talk about in this one. If you guys want to see a part 2, let's go for 2,000 likes in this one. But overall, I'm actually pretty impressed with the new changes to career mode. It actually sounds pretty good, to be honest. So it's all about just waiting for the game right now, see if it's actually as good as it says right here. Because yeah, this is very promising. We haven't really had this many changes to career mode, I think, ever. So this is very good. Let me know in the comment section down below, of course, what you guys think. I'm gonna go through every single comment and read all of the feedback. But that is all. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. Drop a like if you guys are excited, and I'll see you guys very soon with another video. Peace out.